Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Hannah Solea, and in this space, we talk about you being the supreme power, authority, and creator of all your life experiences. Today, we're going to be talking about the importance of adulthood and the importance of personal autonomy and self sufficiency. If you are having trouble standing up to authority, feeling like you can take up space, feeling comfortable and confident in your own skin, having the ability to remain steady in the face of external criticism and conflict. If you struggle with any of the things that I just listed, it is likely because you struggle with standing up to yourself and your own thoughts in your own head. The reason why we feel this sort of weakness externally is because we are allowing ourselves to hold a weak internal position within our own mind. We are allowing our thoughts to completely tell us who we are. We are assuming them to be factual when in fact they are nothing but just patterns and neural pathways. We are allowing our thoughts to dictate the choices that we make. So in this video, we will establish you as the supreme power and authority over your mind so that you can go about your life with mastery and with confidence and with authority. So we receive thoughts and we create with our thoughts. There are two different ways that this works. If you are receiving thoughts, that is a force that is coming into your mind that you, as the operator of your mind, have the ability to say, yes, I consent, yes, I agree, or no, I reject, and go on about your day. You are the delegator of your thoughts because when we receive thoughts, the thoughts that we are receiving are not necessarily our own thoughts. The thoughts that are your own are the thoughts that you create. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am perfect. Those affirmations that you come up with in your mind are your creations that have the creative power that goes out and manifests the life that you want for yourself. The thoughts that you receive are forces that you either say yes or you say no to. Or you can reframe into something that is uplifting and empowering for you to continue creating with. So you have three options: rejection, acceptance, or reframing. Inbound thoughts require your consent in order to be made real. And outbound thoughts are thoughts that you create that create the life that you want. Those are like your affirmations, and those are the thoughts that you consciously create so that you can be the person that you want to be. So when we are receiving inbound thoughts that are negative, that are false, that are lying, that are speaking to weakness instead of power, it is important that you remember that that is not you. We have all been programmed collectively as a humanity to be in fear, to be in survival mode, to feel isolated and alone and weak and powerless. And so those thoughts that are negative, that are speaking to you being limited and powerless, are not your own thoughts. So it is very vital that you separate yourself from the thought and that you do not further shame yourself or blame yourself for receiving any negative thought. What thoughts truly are energetic signatures. As a collective humanity, we are thinking all day, so we create all of these different energetic signatures, all of these different thoughts. If we look in our collective world, a lot of common thoughts that a lot of us have is scarcity thoughts. Money's hard to make. The economy's fucked. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go broke. I'm poor. Those are very common thoughts that a lot of us think. We all have thoughts like that. We all receive thoughts like that, and it sparks fear. It sparks limitation. It completely divorces you from the remembrance of your power and of your authority and of yourself as the source of abundance, as the source of all blessings in your life. Some other thoughts as a woman, I can speak to this one, is I'm fat. My body sucks. I'm ugly. I'm atrocious. Just negative thoughts about one's physical appearance. Those are collective thoughts that all of us think and all of us receive. So it's important to know that we all have that in common with each other because it was by design. It is designed to keep you in your own mental spiral so that you do not rise as the sovereign and supreme God and creator of your life, so that you don't create anything of value and of love and of service for yourself and for the world, so that you are still consumed in your own personal soap opera, so that you never zoom out, expand your awareness, and remember that you are the singular source of life itself, appearing as you right now. So taking that personal blame and shame away from yourself of, oh, I'm so sad that I thought like that, I shouldn't have done that, is really the antidote for that thought having any power over you. When a thought like that comes into your mind, any negative thought that comes into your mind, negativity is a lie. Thoughts that are negative are lies, because you are love. So only love is real. Only what feels good is real. Only what speaks life into the world and into yourself is what's real. Anything that takes away, anything that is parasitic, anything that is negative is an inversion of the truth of love and of you. So you can quickly just realize whenever you receive a negative thought and your emotional state lowers, then you label it as false. You use your power as the authority and as the delegator of thoughts to say, oh, reject pile, bye bye. The thoughts that we receive are usually inversions, they are usually negative thoughts. The thoughts that we create need to be positive, they need to give life, they need to give love, they need to expand. And so your role as the creator of your life and of your personal identity is to create and craft thoughts that are in alignment with who you desire to be, your most powerful self. The thoughts that we receive are often based on our personal identity and on our energetic state of being in the moment that we receive it. If we are feeling powerless and weak, we are going to receive corresponding thoughts that match that energetic frequency that we are assuming. That's what the law of attraction is. Like attracts like. You are a ginormous magnet, and you magnetize everything to you based off of the energy that you are putting out. So if you put out, oh, I'm spectacular, I'm the best thing since sliced bread, all of these beautiful thoughts, then you will receive corresponding thoughts. If you are putting out a negative state of being, then you will receive negative thoughts that are in alignment with that lower vibrational state of being. So the power is always in your hands to either accept or reject the thoughts that you are receiving, or craft and create thoughts that speak life and love and power and glory onto you and onto your life. So that is technique and process number one. It is really the only technique and process that you need for mindset mastery. But something else that will help you is understanding the mechanics of your external reality. When you forget that your entire external world is a projection of your own consciousness happening inside of your own consciousness, and you are solely viewing yourself as a human meat suit, as a human body in a scary external world that is outside of you, then you will always feel like a victim and you will always feel powerless. So a great way to master your mind is to remember that you are the sacred observer. You are the observer with the bird's eye view of what is going on in your entire reality. Since you are the one that is creating all of it, you can know this by, if you cut off all of your senses, what would still be here in a live presence. You are presence, your existence, not localized to form, not localized to thought, not bound to anything physical. You come before that. You are eternal. You are the substance of life itself. You are what gives rise and what collapses and destroys all that is physical and all that is material. And so it is so important that you remain the observer and that you remain calm and collected and poised. And remember that you are the one that is casting yourself as this human being right now in this great play to experience what physical life really looks like and feels like so that you can know yourself better. You are not just your body. Your body is inside of your awareness. Your body is inside of you. So knowing that instantly takes the burden of humanhood off of your shoulders and brings back and resurrects the light, the fun, and the power of you as the source. This all ties into the confidence and the adult mastery that you are looking for, because when you remember that all of this is happening inside of you, other people outside of you cannot make you feel weak anymore. When you have taken the necessary steps to be the gardener of your mindset and to be that power that says yes or no, that has a choice in the thoughts that you think and the thoughts that you create with, then nothing outside of you can challenge your authority, because authority is an internal posture. If you feel challenged externally, it's because you allow yourself to be challenged internally. And funny enough, when you fix that internally, when you assume your position of power and authority, you will not be questioned anymore externally, because you are not living in that world where you are someone that can be questioned or can be criticized, because you don't consent to anything other than yourself defining who you truly are, what you are truly capable of, and the infinite power that you have at your disposal at all times. And so let's focus a little bit externally right now and talk about the actual people that we deal with on a day-to-day. The people that you deal with are projections of what is going on inside of your own consciousness. The people that trigger you and make you feel badly about yourself are people that are mirroring back to you what you are doing internally. So instead of getting mad at what is happening to you externally and blaming people, it is important to view the person that is making you feel triggered as a sacred messenger for you to do that inner work and investigate whereabouts in your consciousness, in your mind, you are doing what they did to you to yourself. This takes the power away from anything outside of you and rightly returns the power to you. If you lead your mind and your consciousness, nothing outside of you can have any power over you, because you and your belief systems are what gives rise to what is going on outside of you and the way that people feel like they can address you and speak to you. This is where identity curation comes in. Create and craft an identity that speaks to your highest self, that speaks to yourself as God, as the source. Craft an identity that has the glory that you want. Craft an identity that is loved and adored and cherished by all. And assume this identity, embody this identity, walk in this identity, hold this frequency, and what goes on outside of you will be forced to mirror your frequency. You are the cause of your life. You create effects. The effects of your life are the things that you experience externally, but nothing is really external because it's all happening inside of you. So you are the only source and the only cause of your life. But if we are speaking from the physical body's perspective, you smile first, and the mirror of your external reality smiles back. That is how you live as an adult. What an adult truly means, it's not being able to pay taxes, it's not being able to pay your bills or make money or any of the things that our society says to us, because a lot of adults nowadays are still overgrown children that have not done the internal work that is necessary to liberate themselves from trauma, from fear, and from shame. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's important to remember that your only job and your most powerful job is to do the inner work so that you can remember your power, so that the external world has no control over you anymore. So, what being adult truly means is the ability to govern your mind with an iron fist, to be able to create your life from your frequency and from your energy, to be able to understand the mechanics of how reality is crafted and how you can play the game as the conscious creator instead of an isolated body that has forgotten its own divinity and its own godhood. That's what being a true adult is. So when you receive a thought that is negative, as an adult, you say, nah, bye. If you craft thoughts and create thoughts that are life giving and positive, that is you creating your life like a winner. You are a victim when you consent to a negative inbound thought. You are a winner when you either reframe that thought into something that works for you or reject it and then create something new and powerful in its place. So, once again, you are the sovereign authority and the sacred adult of your life. Being an adult means taking the accountability and the responsibility to do your internal homework first. And then your life can be play, and then your life can be magical, and then all of your focus won't be so much on how the external world is a horrible place to live, because the world is beautiful when you cultivate beauty in your internal state of being. All right, that is all I have for you today. Have a great day, and I love you. Bye.